Hi viewers, welcome to our channel MJ EduTech. So let's learn and succeed together. So today our topic is seating arrangements. So our next topic is linear seating, and the scenario which we are going to cover now as part of a linear seating is all facing in the same direction. So when we try to see here, there are 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are sitting in a row facing north. So all are facing towards north. So let me assume, so these are the boxes for each person. So 8 boxes, 8 places I'm going to allocate for these 8 persons. So D sits at one of the extreme ends, B sits fourth to the right of D, C sits third to the left of B. Like that we have to read a whole question. And now here if you see in the first condition, D sits at one of the extreme conditions. So based on this condition, we can either consider D position either towards the extreme left or extreme right. But if you see here in the point condition number 4, H sits at the right end of the row is what it was mentioned. So right end of the row means, so this is a right end. So we are going to keep a H position somewhere here. So since H position was occupied here, so we will be trying to keep a D position in another end as left hand. B sits fourth to the right of the second. This is the second condition. So this is as we know, for a person facing north, so this is going to the left and this is going to the right. So this condition of direction is going to be applicable for all of the persons since everyone was sitting in a row facing north. So right of D, B sits fourth to the right of D means, so this is the position for B. Sorry, not this one. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be the position for B. So let me erase this. C sits third to the left of B. So left of B, as here we are seeing a direction, left is going to be towards this side. And third, C sits third to the left of B means, so position for C is this one. And the fourth condition we already kept. And when it comes to the fifth condition, A sits immediately right of C. So as we are currently seeing, so this is going to the right for the C. And A sits immediate to the right of C means A position is going to be this one. E sits between A and F. So E is going to be somewhere around A and F, and we don't know how many positions are vacant between A and F to accommodate this E, where to keep that. And since to the left side of A there are no vacant position, and towards the right side we are seeing 3 vacant position. Now we need to check the another condition. F sits immediately right of B is the another condition which they had mentioned. So for this immediately right of B is going to be this position, and F is going to be this position. So we'll be placing F at this point in time. So F sits immediately right of B. Who sits between C and D is the question. Now there are 2 more positions which are left. One in between F and H and one in between A and B. So as we know, there is a person sitting between A and F, and with one vacant position for that is this one. So we will be adding E at this point. So A, B, C, D, E, F, H was completed and the leftover was G, and we'll be placing G here in this position. So who sits between C and D is the question. So a person who is sitting between C and D is A. So our answer for this is A. So let's verify the answer here once. So our answer is A. So coming to the second scenario under the linear seating, facing opposite directions, persons facing opposite direction. So let's see an example of how we are going to solve this question for linear seating facing opposite directions. So as we are currently seeing here, six persons are sitting in a straight row. So we are trying to consider or keep positions for 6 persons. So P sits second to the right of Q. We don't know where exactly P is sitting as of now. So we will try to consider, instead of we placing directly in those positions, we'll assume first Q. Okay, Q faces north is what they mentioned. Q faces north means, so this is a position. So Q faces north in the sense, this is going to be left and this is going to be the right. P sits second to the right of Q. Second to the right of Q means 1, 2. So this is going to be the P position. R sits at the extreme right and facing south. So 3 positions were currently filled, and for the other 3, we don't know where exactly the other ones will come, like left to the Q or in between P and R, that we don't know. We will validate. For that I'm keeping R somewhere far, and this R is at the extreme right end. This is going to the right end, and this guy was facing towards south. So for a person facing south, left is going to be this, right is going to be this. So the next condition which we do have is S sits between Q and T. So S is sitting between Q and T. We don't know how many places are open between Q and T to accommodate S. We'll try to fill this at after other conditions are validated. So U sits to the immediate right of R. So since this is R and immediate right of R will be this one, since R is facing towards south. So this is going to the U position. So now to accommodate S, if we see here, one position, 2, 3, this is a position 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the fourth position, this is the fifth position, and there are total 6 persons. If we try to keep a sixth person left to the queue, so there won't be any value which can be kept in between Q and T. So there won't be any such position. So a possible solution or possible way of filling a T here is this, and in between Q and T we can place S. So S is going to be placed at this point in time. So who sits to the immediate right of Q is the question. So as we are currently seeing, immediate right of Q was occupied by S. So since yes is the answer, so let us validate what will be the answer for this. So answer is the yes. So next topic which we are going to cover here is a linear seating with unknown number. So as we are currently seeing here, some persons are sitting in a row facing south. So all persons are facing towards the south. So which means to say if a persons are facing towards south means, so this is going to be the right for the persons facing south and this is going to the left. So A is from the fifth from the left end. So A is fifth from the left end is what it was mentioned. So assume, so this is the pointing which we will be discussing here from the left end with respect to the persons who are facing. So we will be validating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A is fifth from the left end. B is seventh from the right end. So if we try to keep B seventh from the right end, and there is one more condition, there are 3 persons between A and B. So here the possible scenarios are either we will be keeping B here since there are 3 persons in between A and B, 1, 2, 3, or so we can go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in between A and B 3 persons. So this is one more scenario, and B is seventh from the right end is what they mentioned. So seventh from the right end means this is the seventh position for B, sixth position, fifth position, fourth position, third position, second position, and first position. So these two are the possible scenarios. In the first scenario, B is seventh from the right hand means this is the seventh position, this is the sixth position, this is the fifth, fourth, third, second, first. So the total number of persons sitting in a row here seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is not the possible answer for based on the options. So we will be going, this possibility is not going to work here. So we will go with this scenario. And when we try to see how many persons are sitting in a row, if we try to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and these 3 are 3, and these are 5. So total 7 plus 3 plus 5 counting to altogether 15. So 15 is going to be our answer. So the another model which we are going to cover here is a seating along with the variable based on the color or profession. So we'll be trying to explain this using an example. So here if we try to consider, so there are 6 persons A, B, C, D, E, F are sitting in a row facing north. So as we know, all people are sitting in a row, all are facing north means let me have 6 different positions. All are facing towards north means, so something like this. So left side is this, right side is this. So they have different professions: doctor, engineer, teacher, lawyer, banker, and artist. So A sits third from the left. So if you see, this is a left. Third from the left means this one. So A sits here, and a profession of A is doctor. So B sits immediate left of A. Immediate left of A is going to be this, and the profession of B is an engineer. C sits at the left end and is not a teacher. So if you see, this is the left end, and if I keep here C, so his profession is not a teacher. So if I try to mention this C not a teacher, so we have to find the profession of that, or who is a teacher. So that is the question going to be. So let us assume D sits second from the right and is a lawyer. So from right, this is the first position and this is the second position, and D sits second from the right and this guy is a lawyer. E sits between A and D. So there is only one vacancy position, and this is the one. E sits between A and D. A person sitting at the right end is a teacher. So if you see, this is a right end. So this is going to be the right end. And we placed all the other scenarios, A, B, C, D, E. And the only thing which is pending is a F. And up this guy who is sitting at the right end is a teacher by profession. So if we try to check this, so he is a teacher. Now who is a teacher is the question. So as we just now figured it out, so teacher is F. So that's it for today's session, which we covered all the topics with the different models. If we missed any of the model, please let us know in the comment section so that we'll try to come up with another video covering those scenarios. Thanks for learning with MBA EduTech. More useful topics coming up in the next videos. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel MBA EduTech. Thank you so much.